So we're in the silly season. We have about 10 days to go. By the time this video is published on YouTube, the discipline services would have already voted. So we had a situation where the vice president seems to be slamming the Carter Center. He accuses the Carter Center of glaring omissions in terms of allegations of government using state resources, whether you're using the government vehicles. The political parties, especially the smaller parties, complain about not getting airtime and NCN. But Jagdeo, speaking to the rare waves, said I'm a bit disappointed that they seem to have reported allegations made in sections of the media from the opposition and they left with others. He said if they reported all the allegations, he would not have had any problems. So, for instance, a family member was telling me last night that the leader for WIN is saying that he would not accept the results of the elections, especially if they found that the elections was rigged. So I discovered that the Guyanese critic was the last person to question the vice president at his last Thursday press conference. And the critic brought up the same question about the statement made by the leader of the WIN party. I am not even going to attempt to tell you what Jagdeo said. In fact, you want to see for yourself Jagdeo's reply to that question from the Guyanese critic. The question about the security services, the critic also inquired of the VP whether the security services are ready for any eventuality. You're also going to hear the vice president speak in his own words in terms of what answer he gives to the critic. And also, the VP said after the elections have been completed and the PPP is back in office, they are going to go after the billions of dollars that the Mohammed family have for the state. In fact, he's even saying that those billions of dollars can even help to finance the PPP building low-income homes for the Guyanese people. So you guys can watch the entire video. You can drop your comments. You can have your say. Just remember to be respectful and have a great weekend.
Because we never accepted. We accepted it. Listen to this carefully. We not accepted because we did the numbers and we know that we are leading in the polls. And they know it.
Good afternoon, Dr. Jagdeo. Mikhail Rodriguez for Daybreak News. As one of Azadine Mohammed's mantras on the campaign trail is that they will, basically they're saying they're not accepting losing the elections because they have done the numbers. This has been said on several occasions.
They're not accepting losing the elections?
Yeah, and even hinting at creating chaos. Given what you know of after the Adriana Young's incident where Azadine Mohammed played an integral role in the background in getting people to create confusion across the country. Linden, many of people who were seen in videos in his yard and then were seen on the road acting in a certain way, breaking into Chinese and so on. Given what we know his ability to create chaos, are you worried that it mightn't be the PNC, this case it might be Azadine Mohammed who will create an uproar in this country?
So Azadine Mohammed is facing one thing. He ran here in these elections with the hope of winning the election to stay out of jail. Azadine Mohammed and that family, the Mohammed family, they know the extent of criminality that they have been engaged in. And that is his only objective here. Now, in addition to that, the fear of going to jail as one of the factors leading him to run, I believe he suffers from delusion of grandeur. It's a mental illness. A couple days ago, I saw him saying people were calling him president from 2020. He's been president from 2020 to now. Only someone who is severely mentally impaired would actually say that with a straight face. I recall him also saying they did a survey of 80,000 persons, and 65% said they're voting for him. He'll win 65% of the votes. Now, first of all, a survey sample, even in the United States of America, with a population of 300 million, over 300 million people, would not be more than 10,000. In his case, we have less than 1 million people. He did a survey sample of 85,000 people. It's also someone is fooling him and he believes it. And you see, he held a rally yesterday in Corriverton. His rally, after fetching people from all over Berbice, look at the drone shots, had about 200 people, and he still thinks he's going to win the elections and be the president. I'm telling you, something is wrong with him mentally. So in that state, he is very dangerous, because as you said now, I didn't see it, but he said he's not going to accept the results of the elections because he did his survey. Not the voters on voting day, but his survey. Somebody did it. Primus did a survey and told him you'd win. And if he don't win, then something got to be wrong. Like Norton too. Norton and my Paul. You remember my Paul saying, if we win on this list, it's fine. We'll accept the results. But if we don't win using this list, then the list has to be flawed. And threatening violence. These people, the security forces, have to be able to deal condignly with him. But he is facing basically a whole range of issues, trouble afterwards. The family would have to pay to the people of Guyana at a minimum the money that they evaded with the penalties. That will be billions of dollars. They would have to pay it up. And then there have been investigations way beyond the 5 years period from 2018 to 2023, because there were other evasions too. It would run into tens of billions of dollars. That can finance almost all the low-income homes that we're thinking about. A lot of those homes. And so they know that. They know that. I saw someone from Wall Street Journal came here, and they didn't ask him about the other things, and they said, oh, the father said today, oh, he's prepared to pay a little bit more tax. He wants to tell the tax authorities how much he must pay in taxes. They're prepared to pay a little bit more. You notice, up to now, they're not saying that they're guilty of the gold smuggling. And you ask about the Curacao gold. Tabak News mentions it all the time, but never asks. In their interview with Nazar, asked him, did you ship the gold to Curacao?
The real question is because
since 2012, by the way.
People have been calling me and they're concerned, that's a bit of fear mongering. Is the security forces prepared?
President has indicated that the security forces are prepared. Police themselves have said they are ready to address any attempts to disrupt our country and harm our people. We want these elections to be conducted in a peaceful manner, that from September 2nd, we can go back to work. We have a lot of work for the next 5 years on changing people's lives everywhere, in their communities, in their homes, everywhere, changing our country. And I keep saying, if we have done this in 3 years after COVID, just imagine with us working at the pace at which we work for a full 5 years, where Guyana will be in 2030. You will see a vastly different country.
I hope in closing, today is voting day for the police and the soldiers and so
Today,
on.
not today, Friday.
Well, sorry, I saw a lot of people are reaching out to them. Are you going to use this opportunity to reassure them?
You came late. You came late. I did it already. Their joint services know where we stand. They know we're trustworthy. We made promises when we were in opposition. We put that on a flyer. We put it on the post in a scroll. We'll return the tax-free joint services bonus. We did it. It costing the Treasury $2 billion per year. On top of their salary, they get that 1 month free on outside of their gratuity and everything else. They get it for free. Well, basically 1 month tax-free, which runs into $2 billion more per year to the joint services. Yeah, thank you very much.